It's the Rundown. It's brought to you by last one before Miami. So from here on out, we'll be down on South Beach Thursday.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa, chug.
What a badass.
That was thick water?
No, it was regular.
It was body armor.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Here, whoa!
We only chug our body armor around these parts.
You won't do it again.
Well, I had dumped him in a cup.
You won't do it again.
No, you should chug it from the body armor.
You won't
bottle.
do it again. You won't do it again.
Pussy.
You won't do it again.
Don't be a big
pussy. You won't do it again.
Your kids are probably watching. You got to be
Go,
the cool
chug,
dad.
chug.
3 Mississippi.
Oh my God.
4 Mississippi. Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers
That's
would
taking
fucking make fun of you.
forever.
Jeez Louise, Chaps.
That was a lot of water.
I mean, whatever happens if you're going to be on the Jumbotron with the quarterbacks? You're not going to be able to chug.
I'm not a chugger.
Dan?
Never have been. You want to
Try
chug?
it again? No,
I'll
it's,
chug.
no, it's just we got Chaps. We got to do it again.
Chaps,
I want to do it again.
Waterlogged.
I don't want to do it again. No, I'm good.
Come on, Chaps.
Come on.
You can redeem yourself right now.
No,
Come on, you can do it.
No.
This is the third one.
Dude,
This is
you
like
got
game
this.
3. This is the clincher.
I
This is
can't
best
do
2
it
out of 3.
again.
You have a chance.
I
You have a
can't
chance.
do
You can
this.
do it. Come on, champ.
can't
Come on,
do
champ.
it.
Come on, champ.
I
Come on,
cannot
champ.
do it.
Do it for your kids. Do it for the family.
Cannot do it.
Come on,
Look at
Chaps.
Cardi at home. She doesn't want to be known as the girl with the dad who's too much of a pussy to chug.
Chaps.
Come on.
I feel drunk.
Chaps.
Come on.
I haven't
Let's
drank
go.
this much
You
in a
can do
long
it. Open the
time.
hatch.
I'm a father of
Yeah,
2.
open the hatch.
I can't.
Come on, just guzzle it down. Oh, you got the shakes. He shake. 1,
Oh,
2,
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Look at him sip.
Yeah.
Look at those sips. 4.
Yeah.
5.
No, come on.
Daniel.
Come on. Let's go. You got this. Let me pour a little more in. Top it off.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Best body armor
Get him
water
another
you've
one.
ever had in
Get
your
him
life.
another one.
Line them up.
You're gonna have to pee. Let's see how long we do this rundown. He's gonna.
Just gonna push on that bladder.
Oh, God.
So we have about 13 topics on today's rundown.
Okay.
Brought to you by BetMGM. I think I'm gonna take my time here and just read this one slowly.
Read it slow.
We only have 2 weeks. Is
I'm
it 2
winded.
weeks for one left? How
winded.
many weeks left?
1
Is
week.
it 2 weeks? Well, it's
1 week.
1 week of football. Well, there's media week, and then
1 week.
depends on your definition of week. Are we
10
talking
days.
full weeks or 2? How many weeks is it?
A week and a half.
It's
Week and a half till the Super Bowl.
week and a half till Super Bowl. Yeah.
The big game. Can we as a society, you want to just put your hand in hot water too? We can just fill it up for you.
It's like all sitting on my belly.
Just right here. Just right there.
No, Kevin. Kevin.
Can we as a society,
Actually,
by the way,
working.
band together and just say,
Makes you want to pee?
I'm over the big game. I hate it.
The big game.
How have we
I
not
love
just,
the big game.
How have we not just gotten to the point where we can fucking say it?
No, I love saying the
big
it's
game.
the grand poobah,
The big one. The biggest game
the
ever.
big kahuna.
We're still only a
Daddy
quarter away to the
Warbucks.
ad read, Chaps.
It's a big time ad.
Big time
MGM
Tommy.
has
No,
all the bets, all the props, all the money to be made for new users. Oh, for the Pro Bowl. I didn't even realize we're not even talking about the big game. We're talking about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that's it's the big game.
Oh, this is the real one.
Let Chaps do the disclaimer in big time Tommy voice.
Disclaimer. Deposit post bonus paid and free bets. Must be 21 years old or older and in New Jersey to place your bets. Restrictions apply. Visit betmgm.com for full list of terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, because that's the old school way. OS for life. Take it easy.
Dude, I don't know.
Spot on.
I don't know if it's as funny as I think it is, but I have literally made Chaps do that 15 times today. I'm like, do the voice, Chaps, do the voice. We're just sitting over in the corner. I'm like, come on, do the voice.
It's the best when you just I'll just Google the very first. Let's go to Pinterest. Motivational quotes. Because he does his thought of the day.
Do it in the Tommy
Motivational
voice.
quotes.
OS for life.
Here we go. What's up, Instagram? It's Big Time Tommy with your thought of the day. You will never always be motivated, so you must learn to be disciplined. That's the old school way. OS for life. Take it easy.
You might have to just do that. Like that's just
Dude,
your
I
new
could
voice,
laugh
just permanently.
Forever. If you just
Permanently do that.
I said
get
he's
used to
he's
it.
like my own Tickle Me Elmo, where I'm just like, come on, do it, do it.
Pull
and
the
he
string.
just does it.
Just
and
pull
then
the
just
string.
die laughing. Holy
Hey,
shit.
you thirsty, man? Get him some water. He's parched.
I'm not.
Get him
I'm
some
good.
water.
Can you get somebody get Chaps water?
Get him water.
So for BetMGM, all you need is code Barstool to make your first deposit. You make a first deposit of $10 or more, and you get $150 to place your bets. So free money to toss around when you're betting on the Pro Bowl this weekend, or you can save it next weekend for the big game. Which is the big game?
Pro Bowl's big game.
The biggest of games. Disclaimer, Tommy just read it for you. 1-800-GAMBLER, you got a problem. We'll start off with Zion. Finally makes his debut. Did not disappoint. Took him a little while to get going.
I mean, if you went to sleep at like 11 o'clock I did, he very much disappointed.
So I got a late night text that's why you watch for those 2-minute stretches, and I was like, fuck, because I had stopped watching.
I don't care.
You don't care about
He's
it?
a bust. I watched the first quarter.
I felt
Yeah,
bad
first
for
three
him.
quarters, you know.
He looks fat.
He
Yo,
does.
that set shot from 3,
Well,
I know he was draining his threes. I know we got excited, but that just like that.
Yeah,
That ain't gonna fly.
No.
It's the shot that like in pickup when everyone stops and like, go ahead, take that.
Yeah, right.
Like, go ahead. We're not gonna come out.
That's
Go ahead,
that's
take
like
it.
a 1950s jumper. It's not gonna fly much longer. But
Oh.
I mean, that 2-minute stretch, 17 straight points, 22 points on 18 minutes, 4 3 balls. There you go. Drink up.
There it is.
You know what? Do them at the same time. Stone
I
Cold.
can't, guys.
Come on. You're
I don't want
thirsty.
to.
Stay
Why
hydrated, bro.
Why do you film so much, Tommy?
Well, you gotta hydrate.
I'm
you
not
said,
drinking this.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not
Sip
doing
one.
it.
Sip one.
You
I'll
have
take the
one.
other.
You can you can do like the beer monster, like put your shirt above your head too. You can switch it up. Okay, take a sip.
We're waiting? Come
Yeah,
on.
just sip it. Just sip it. Sip it.
Can we just do the rundown, please? Let's talk about Zion being fat.
So Zion is definitely fat, but Dan,
Stop it.
are you not I mean, he has a chance to be one of the if not the all-time fat lead of all time. Like you should be
Oliver Miller.
championing.
Yeah, Oliver Miller.
But I mean, if this guy goes on to play like he
Yeah,
did in
no,
college,
absolutely.
and he's like a Hall of Famer
Absolutely.
at the chunk.
I think he's gonna lose
chunk
weight, though,
boy?
but he's gonna lose weight.
I know, but
like,
what if he
there's no
doesn't?
way.
What if he's just
if he doesn't, I'll love it.
jambalaya fat boy chunk
He won't be in
Hall
the
of
league
Famer?
long if he like gets really fat. But yeah, you're right. I should be pro
I
Zion.
mean, he was fat at Duke,
Yeah, I was just.
so
He was. No, he put on some weight.
he did. But I'm saying he wasn't like this trim, lean fighting
Well, I've
machine and then
always
became a fat boy.
Yeah,
He's
I've
always
always
been
said Zion
hefty.
is one bad weekend away from being fat.
Right.
And he had the
He's
bad
thick.
weekend.
Thick with several
Yeah.
C's. He's had a bad couple months. Now he's back.
He'll work himself into shape.
Colin Cowherd, he was like, this is a snooze or something like that, because he was watching the first 3 quarters.
Right.
And then, I mean, that was a big night for cold takes, the very brief cold takes exposed,
Right.
Like, we're going to call you out for something you said 45 minutes ago. But, I mean, for Pelicans
That's
fans.
so lame.
A cold take has to be like, there has to be like calendar.
This guy is going to be a bust.
Yeah, and then
like
years later, he's
years,
proven not to
right,
be true.
Right.
But I mean, if you're a Pelicans fan, that was fucking dope for
Yeah.
that stretch right there.
Huge night.
Literally huge.
I bet on the Pelicans, the Spurs.
The
so I was happy.
Pelicans are that name, those uniforms. They're
They're
never gonna win
They
unless
need
they
to go with a cartoon. Just
No, they
go
need
with
to
the
buy
baby.
the Jazz.
They
from
should
them.
do the baby.
They
Just
need
make
the Jazz,
Yeah,
though.
no, that makes so much more sense. It's like that's one of those things we're moving around.
I like the pelican as a name, but it's got to be more of a cartoon pelican. They try to make a pelican look menacing. and it's
Scary,
not.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
just
Should be
lean
like the
into it.
Kansas Jayhawk.
Right.
Big cartoon.
Yeah.
I like
Because
the,
if you had a
big
pelican,
tits.
if you had like a 5950 with a very cartoonish looking, huge yellow bill.
even that though, wouldn't that feel
pelican,
like a minor league baseball team
Yeah,
to
I
you?
would like that though.
But
I mean,
you
yeah,
could
I like
have
that,
it
but
where
it's just not a
so you could
pro.
have like a pelican, a huge one that goes out. They roll out at halftime, and it's got its big gullet, and then you take like little voodoo dolls of all the other players
Little
on the other team,
babies.
and you just
Yeah,
throw it
Throw
in the
them in the
pelican's
babies
gullet.
mouth.
in
I
there.
like that idea. That's an idea. That color scheme too, when they're wearing like the red jersey, I think that's terrible. The
Yeah.
red and the gold looks awful
It's
to me.
nothing to do with New Orleans. at
More
all.
cities
No.
should just do the Pittsburgh. Like the Pelicans, if they wore the Saints colors, would be cool. If they wore like
Oh, you
black
mean how
and gold.
Pittsburgh all does the
Yeah,
same thing?
all the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. I was gonna say more that like the Saints are they're a popular franchise. They
do
do
the
things
same
right, so
color.
just do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do the gold and
black
the
and
black,
gold,
yeah.
and just be the Saints. Just be the New Orleans Saints of basketball.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
it. If it ain't
that's
broke,
actually a
man.
good idea.
Because
Do it.
what's that called? Fleur de lis or whatever.
Fleur de
That's a
lis.
cool
Yeah.
symbol.
Fleur de lis.
There's just so much cool shit about New Orleans and like the Pelicans and that color scheme, ain't it?
The New Orleans beignets.
There you go.
I'll take it. Get a little French.
The crawfish.
Ooh.
Jambalaya.
The New Orleans mudbugs.
The mud bugs.
I'd like the crawfish better.
Crawfish would be cool.
What else we got here?
Look at that. Big Brandon Walker. What do you ever do?
Haircut.
Got a
You got a
haircut.
Wow, that
He
one.
really is feeling himself.
Yeah, that one looks like.
Come on.
He did it with scissors, not a knife and
Come
fork,
on.
so it's a
Yeah.
step in the right
This
direction.
is now officially your haircut. Like, you have officially changed.
I got a haircut.
Dude,
You know
that
what the
haircut,
thing is?
That haircut looks good as
Yeah,
fuck.
no, it does
right
look
now.
I have a haircut.
But
You know what it
officially
makes me
changed.
feel like, though? It does feel like a little
I
boy
don't
on
give
the
a
first
fuck
day of
what
school.
you think about
know what I
anything
mean?
ever.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, you
Wow.
definitely care about my ball rankings.
I'm coming
that,
back.
that haunted you for.
I'm going to
I
be
mean,
ranking some balls.
this is almost like a rap battle where it's like if you haven't responded by now, it's over, dude.
Yeah, you're
So
dead.
it's like,
I've had some
don't-
real life
I
things.
encourage you to write
the
the
balls
blog.
are coming
Haircut.
back. Balls
Yeah.
are coming
Good
back in your
haircut.
It
face.
looks
Good
like
haircut.
the
Good
first day of
haircut.
school. Looks like Dennis the Menace on the first day of school.
No,
It's good.
it looks
It's a
good.
good one. I like
Dicks
it.
look good too.
What do you look like, Kevin?
Wow.
You tell me.
Excellent question.
Good one.
I'm working on it.
Check the blog.
That insult will come out 5 days from
That's a
now.
good haircut, though. But it is official. Brandon Walker has a haircut.
Haircut, yeah.
Like, he did it once. This is the second time. That's his haircut.
Thank God.
That's
Right?
it. That's your haircut.
great.
James Corden broke the internet today when he broke everyone's brain by with a behind-the-scenes shot of carpool karaoke, where the world learned that he's not actually driving the car. I mean, I thought he was driving the car.
It's ruined.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Did you think you thought you knew this?
Of course he's not driving the car.
I mean, like, by the way, sometimes he is, so it's not that like there have
What?
been ones where he drove. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would be shocked. I always
Why?
assumed he was just doing the...
I mean, I'm not sure. Once I saw it, I was like, all right, that makes sense. It's Hollywood. You can't just drive around. But I did think he was driving, and he
Really?
does sell it. Like when he's doing the turns and he does the hand over hand.
Right.
I mean, that's got to be a weird thing for him to do. But people
I-
said that there are pictures of him, like they've seen him doing it where he was actually driving.
Interesting. I always assumed he wasn't just because it's like, you know, you can't text and drive. You can't do...
I mean, he's just singing.
Yeah, but there's
Someone said that
cameras
to me.
and
They
shit.
were like, I mean, he closes his eyes when he sings. You thought he was driving? I'm like, I do that.
Yeah.
When I get into it,
I was blown away that more people were blown away.
I think it's a pretty reasonable thing to think he was driving. If they were like doing crazy shit, I'd understand it. But he's just driving and singing.
So where does
What
he
did you
go
think?
from here? Where does he go from here?
Well, now
Well,
it's
I mean-
carpool karaoke. Get it? He's getting
Oh,
pulled.
Yeah, I don't
Nice.
really.
So it's over now.
I think that they made that go on for too long.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Or,
I don't
or
like
you know what they
James
should have
Corden.
done?
I don't
They
like
should have
him.
done like only when you have a heavy hitter. They
Yeah.
let like everybody do
Like
it.
you can't have like some of them are great. Like when it's
Adele was
people
awesome.
Who don't meet like the Migos one was really good too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I watched one with Billie Eilish that was awesome.
Didn't
I
James
mean,
Corden...
they usually are pretty good.
Yeah, they
Didn't
are.
James
They're
Corden-
all
I
good.
can't think
They're
of
all
many
good.
misses, but
I
it
just
is
kinda
like
wanted to have a take.
Did James Corden complain
I'll
about
be
a
honest.
tweet or something
I'm
that
on
we
the
had
run,
once?
yeah. I don't
yeah.
have
James
much
Corden
Yeah,
used to
about
like
it.
him, and then he kind of became a big fat wet blanket.
Yeah, see, I'm not like obviously Dave with the champagne bottles, but like I remember when someone says something bad about
think it
us,
was
and
a
then I'm
fat
just like, I
shaming
don't
thing.
like you anymore.
I think he got mad at us for like fat shaming.
Yeah, I don't like
Oh
him
yeah,
anymore.
it was a
I
gym
don't like
post.
him.
It was like a Barstool Instagram
But
post.
he
It was
like jumped in
where it's
late.
Yes.
What if you're doing? What are you doing? Like if you're out there, this is why people don't do it. You guys are making it like. And, like
He jumped in late though. I remember like he waited for the dog pile, then he's like, oh, everyone's going on at them. Let me hop in here
Yeah.
and be a hero. I don't
And
like you.
I don't
James
remember
Corden.
the exact specifics, but it was like someone at the gym being particularly ridiculous, and everyone was like, they're just trying to
It was
better
like
themselves.
one of
It's
those dudes that's like
the fuck
jumping
out.
back and forth with the
Oh,
tricep
yes.
thing and like going back and
Which
forth, and it's like
we have
why
since
don't you
learned-
go over and help him out instead
Yeah.
of putting him on the internet?
And I think when those came out, people used to think those were real, and now it's coming out that like everyone goes to the gym and does those things for
Yeah.
attention.
We
so
should
fuck outta
just
here.
have our staff go and do it.
Yeah.
So that when people
We just
get
have first
mad,
cut.
right?
first dibs on it, you know? Like,
Well,
yeah, that was
didn't
us.
we do that with Didn't Manis hit a golf ball and everyone was like,
Oh yeah.
and everyone was like, how could you make fun of him?
What did he?
Hailing from Fishers.
About to just walk it. Bam! Oh.
Pulled us back.
Yeah! Oh.
We
Yeah.
posted him on Barstool. we
make
just
fun of
mousetrapped
Yeah,
everyone.
wasn't the caption something like the only worst slice is his spine?
Yeah, right. And everyone's like, this is so fucked up. We're like, no, you're fucked up because he's our guy.
That was the official. That was a
Read
comment.
his swing.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's what I commented.
Either way, carpool karaoke dead. Behind the scenes footage from the McGregor knockout. I don't even, you can't even call it the McGregor fight. It's the McGregor knockout is out. It's pretty awesome. You see his family celebrating. You see Dana White turn to somebody like, holy fucking shit. Like, even he's seen it all and he's been there for all of it. Even he was like, oh, fuck yeah. You see Connor when he whispered to the Cowboy, like, I love you, Donald. I got you with my shoulder. But I thought the main thing, the shot of Cowboy Cerrone's corner, just the one dude just, like, literally, like, frozen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you, I mean, it's got to be brutal for the fighter, obviously, but the team, too. It's like months and months of training, and that's just over.
They get a
40
cut of the
seconds.
purse.
Right. Yeah, you were making big plans. In general, the fight game's weird because
I would
it's like,
just bet against my guy.
yeah, right, just hedge your
Guarantee
fucking bets
profit.
every
No,
time.
you can't do that.
Bad mojo?
Why?
No, you can't bet against your own guy. That
Wait.
comes out, man.
I would tell
you're-
my wife, like somebody in
No
your family to do
way.
it. Like, hey, just by the way.
Right,
always
like, if
always
I-
bet
my
your
guy-
No,
is-
you can't hedge your bets that way.
If my
whenever
guy
you're in
was
there.
a favorite and he was going to get $1 million if he won, let's say I got $50,000, I'd be like, hey, go sprinkle a little money on the underdog just in case.
There's nothing wrong with that, chaps.
Oh,
That's
I
just a little something I like to call financial
that's
planning.
bad. That's bad. I don't like that. That's
I do
bad
agree
luck.
that if your fighter finds out, you're fucking cooked.
Yeah,
Or
that's
Or
fine.
the general public, they find out about it.
Yeah,
How
well,
did
listen.
you find
Taking a
out?
little dive.
How you gonna
Well,
find
no,
out?
you're not taking a dive.
No,
you're just
it's,
hedging your
it's
bet.
making sure that if your guy gets upset. So I wouldn't have done it in that case because Connor obviously was a big favorite. But if you have a fight and you think your guy's going to win and he's the favorite,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, I know I'm going to get $50,000,
Hey,
why
either
not
way.
put a little bit of money on the underdog just in case?
I gotta pee.
Drink up.
I don't want any more water. I don't want any more water.
We're like hazing you.
I
Yeah,
know.
we really
What
are.
is going
It's like
on?
you're a rookie.
no
you're
idea.
a grown-ass
All-
man.
all
Like you
started-
said,
And
you're a
I've been
father
here-
of two.
I've been here for a while now.
Yeah.
Just pee your
New
pants.
guy.
Pee your
New
fucking
guy.
pants.
New
Pee in these
guy.
salmon pants.
Pork chop.
Jeez.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dave said,
Pork chop.
I'm gonna think
I'm
about
actually
hiring
really-
this pork chop guy.
I'm really surprised that didn't become like your name. Like Dave just didn't keep calling you pork chop.
Yeah.
Hey, you know this
Really
pork chop guy
dodged
who
a
works for?
bullet
I
there.
think you said this pork chop guy who works for the NFL Network. I'm thinking about hiring him. I was like, who the fuck are you talking about?
We had to like decipher it. Eventually, you were like,
wait,
"You mean
is
chat,
it-
Uncle
oh,
Chaps?"
Chaps?
Yeah. And I was taking a nap. And I woke up and my phone had like blown up. Like so many people were trying to get a hold of me.
Pork chop. I think I might start calling you pork chop. Try to bring it back.
Don't do that.
Come on. Pee your pants, pork chop. Pee your pants. There was footage of Mike Stanton in the gym bench pressing Adrianna Lima. I don't know. Thoughts on this? I have a take on
Oh,
it.
I have a question. Did everyone see Jared talking to Mike Stanton?
Did you hear the nickname Big Dick Stanton? Yeah. That was me. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
But I also roasted you on your last Instagram post.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you say, man?
You said, what are you going to do when they come for you? And I said, throw a slider away.
Probably.
Yeah, that was me.
We need something a little more original.
I know. Next time. Every Instagram picture, I'm coming for that ass now.
Yep.
That was kind of awkward.
Which interaction?
When he was
Big
like,
Dick one?
Yeah.
He was like, "Do you ever heard that nickname, Big Dick Stanton?"
Yeah, and
I
then he
gave
was
that
like,
to you.
I'm going to comment on every single one of your posts.
Well, because
That
the
made me
Rocket,
feel a
the
little
Rocket, it
uncomfortable.
gets more so than anybody. He gets the, you won't say it to their face.
Yeah,
and
no,
he
I like
just
that.
goes up to everyone's face and says it.
Right,
now.
I like that part. I respect Jared for that, but I don't think Giancarlo thought it was funny.
No, I haven't seen the Big Dick Stanton one, but it sounded like he was
I
grateful
think anybody
for.
comes
He
up
could've-
to you at any time and tells you, "I heard you have a big dick." You're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Like that. You're not like, "Oh, that's offensive."
True.
No, please.
No, but
I
then
mean,
he said
you'll
something
take
like,
it.
I'm going to be
Don't
all
let
up in
that
his
rumor
ass.
get started.
I'm not saying it's Jared's
I'm
fault.
talking about champagne problems. These
Right.
people keep coming up to me talking about my big dick.
Listen, I'm not saying it's Jared's fault. I thought, like, Giancarlo, like,
Yeah.
why not, dude, lighten up.
Yeah, no, I definitely thought he was the uptight one, kind
Yes.
of like when he was just like, oh, okay, dude. It's like, yeah, we're doing something here. Play
Yeah,
along,
like,
give
chill
me,
out.
give me something. But that's the Yankees. They're fucking lame. I mean, everyone it's just like you come
What'd you
to the
think,
pinstripes
Tommy?
and
Well,
you're
the
lame.
big dick thing is one thing, but then he was like, I commented you can't hit a slider away, and he was just like, come with something more original than that. I didn't think he was like super butthurt, but it's like he came up to him, attacked his job, and he was like, come up with something more original.
I think that is pretty original. Like if you're going up to a big time Major League Baseball player and say you can't hit the slider away.
No, everyone.
I mean,
does
how
that.
often does he get that?
Oh,
Like out
all
in
the time.
pub-
You
in
cannot
public?
hit a slider
Yeah.
away.
In
Well,
public?
from
though?
like the haters, but like from the crowd. But to have someone at an event walk up and be like, "What's
Like,
up, man?"
slider
I'm
away,
the one.
dude.
And he also had the he had the bow tie on. And he said it's like a clip on, like, big
Yeah.
clip-on reference. I mean,
He's kind of doing, he's rattling your stuff.
yeah. Until
He was
Stanton.
unfazed.
until Stanton has his like a Stanton year.
Oh, he hasn't earned his pinstripes.
No.
No, it hasn't earned his pinstripe.
Even though you gave him to him, I think.
I
in
took
Tampa,
that was premature.
And like
You
took
gave
those
it to
away.
him when he was like 1 for 8 because he just didn't strike out after 7
Yeah.
times.
No, he
Like,
had
"Yeah,
like a
your
He had
walk-off
solid
against Seattle.
contact.
He
A
hasn't earned
walk-off
his
against
pinstripes
Seattle
Oh
gave him the
my
pinstripe?
God.
It was after a hot week. I was ready to love, and I gave him his pinstripes, and it
Wow.
he'll get him this year. I think he's gonna have a
I mean, monuments and pinstripes. Just hand them out like it's fucking candy
It's
on
crazy.
Halloween if you're a Yankee fan.
Crazy. Does Garrett Cole already have his?
no.
As soon as he cut his hair, he got
Well,
his
yeah,
pinstripes.
because he's a
he
Yankee
was a
fan.
lifetime Yankee fan, so it's a bit interesting.
Oh, maybe he's already had his pinstripes.
That's what I'm saying. He's always had his
Maybe he's
pinstripes.
actually giving his own pinstripes to himself.
Yeah.
Because he's been a Yankee fan since
That's
birth.
true.
No official pinstripes yet, but the outline is there. There's haven't been filled in, but they're like a faint.
If he
outline
strikes
is
out
there.
his first batter on opening day, does he get his pinstripes?
no,
If he
I've
gets,
become stricter with my pinstripes.
if he goes 7 innings, 0 earned runs, pinstripes.
No. He's gonna have to maybe like a big start in September down the stretch.
Wow,
No,
you're
it's
gonna
gotta
wait
be
all the way till
playoffs.
September?
Oh wow, you guys are
Bullshit.
fighting for your playoff life in September.
No, but like it could be for home field advantage. Whatever.
He's gonna like start the All-Star game, and you guys are gonna.
No.
Yep. Yep.
I can't believe you actually wrote me into this debate. He'll get him.
I always do. I can always
that's
get
what's funny
Hubs and
is
Tommy
you
to talk
guys
to me
don't
about
realize
pinstripes.
that you actually do it.
Yeah.
You're like it's a joke, but then you
No,
actually
when
do
I
it.
cut up the pinstripes and brought them to the live watch, and like they actually put them on in a big moment, be like, maybe it will work.
I was like, at first I thought this is dumb. Then I was like, I really want those fucking pinstripes.
I think it's much like being a trash bag Philly fan where they should just embrace being scumbags. I would embrace the whole pinstripe thing and be like, yeah. When you say pinstripes, you know the Yankees. Only the greats have it. Lean into it, you dummies.
It's the Yankees, the Rockies, Cubs.
I mean, everybody knows pinstripes.
There's a Yankee pinstripe is different.
Rocky pinstripe's nice. That purple.
The old Marlins.
Marlins.
No
The
class.
Mets
behind
used
it.
to have a uniform.
Brewers
with
have
pinstripes.
no
alternate
class,
uniform.
no history behind those pinstripes.
The Pirates.
Pirates have some pinstripes. I think the Padres
Reds.
might
The Reds
now.
have had them. Was that your TikTok laugh? Well, it was
I
a
don't
little
know what
hybrid.
that was. To compare those to Yankee pinstripes is beneath you.
Scoffable.
Interesting. The Rangers, your team. No, they don't. Maybe not. No, they probably don't.
What? How old do you think Adrianna
Reds.
Lima is? Take a guess.
I love this game.
How old is who?
Adrianna Lima.
33.
33.
I don't know. 30, no.
I mean, she's
28.
think about how long we've been.
54.
Chaps, do you know who Adrianna Lima is?
Yeah.
If she's 28, that means we were like drooling over her when she was
That means
12.
I sniffed her hair when she was an underage.
She's
I'm gonna ask you a question, and like I don't want you to get creeped out, but when you just looked at Dave, that was the nicest smell I've ever smelled in my whole life. So I don't know what's going on.
What
with
are
the
you
hair,
wearing?
But is it
It's
Pert
called
Plus or something?
Decadence.
Oh, Decadence. I was close with Pert Plus.
It's Decadence by Marc Jacobs.
40. She's 38.
25.
That was way off.
59.
I was gonna say the opposite. I thought she was into her 40s. She's been
Oh,
around for a
I
long
thought-
ass time.
No, I thought
Wait,
you
how
said
old is she?
Ariana Grande.
38. She
Oh.
was linked to Jeter, and now
Yeah.
Mike Stanton's bench pressing her. She's been
Wow.
around, man. But she is.
That
I think in her prime, she's the
pinstripes.
sexiest chick ever.
28.
Cheaters.
Oh, it's
I
terrible.
mean, the lineage.
Even close.
Good point.
Seriously, she would
That's
have been.
pinstripes.
She would have been a small child. She would have been like your daughter's age when we were all like, oh,
28.
My God,
That was
Adrianna Lima.
ridiculous. That was worse than one time I thought that I was older than Shaq.
You thought you were older than Shaq.
Yeah.
What?
We were on with, we were doing something. What were we doing, Kevin?
I don't even
Were
know.
we on radio?
Yeah. What
You
was it?
thought you were older than
Yes.
Shaq?
It was so funny. What was that? We gotta find that.
Yeah, I don't remember what
How
it was.
old are you?
I'm 37. So we were sitting there, and you're like, it's Shaq's birthday.
Yeah, because my birthday's Shaq.
Yeah.
Me and Shaq have the same
March
birthday,
2nd.
so we
Yeah.
were
March
probably doing
2nd?
something 6th.
6.
So.
And I
like,
was like, well, how? I think you said, and you were turning like 32 or something
Yeah,
like that,
whatever.
And I was like, wait, I'm older than Shaq. I thought you meant you were born
we
like
had the
on-
same actual birth
Which
date.
meant I remember very clearly when
Yeah.
I was in like the 5th grade going to watch Shaq in the Orlando Magic play in like 1993.
Chaps thought that me and Shaq were like in the hospital and newborn at the same time. I'm older
I was
than
11
Shaq.
and he was in the NBA. And I was like, how did this happen?
Damn, time really moved fast.
This is outrageous.
That was honestly a Homer Simpson quote there. That's like the time I thought I was older than Shaq.
Oh, man.
But I will say we had this discussion, John, just the latest episode today on KFC Radio. The first time that you deal with an athlete being younger than you, being like a superstar is a weird one, right? I always feel like if you're on TV, if you're successful, if you're famous, you're older than me.
Yeah,
Like Zion
I get
Williamson,
that.
he's older than me right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, no,
He's big, he's fat, he's a professional athlete, and he's on TV. He's older than me.
That's why I don't know how a lot of them don't get fat. Like Zion getting fat makes sense. When I was 19 and you give me that metabolism, you give me that amount of money, and I'm gonna miss the first couple months of the season because I'm injured, buddy, I'm going to the nice and in New Orleans.
But I think the point is that you usually do have the metabolism, so
I
you
actually
don't
don't
get fat.
think it's weird when you have guys younger than you, like, because like you said, Kevin, Zion seems older because he's a pro athlete.
I mean, Zion, if I met someone else Zion's age, if these kids walking around here were 19, 20 years old, I'd be like, you are an idiot and a baby and a child. And Zion, I'd be like, hello, sir, how are you?
I think it's going to be weird when guys start retiring that you remember them as only when you were an adult. Like,
yes.
LeBron when he retires.
Yeah, that'll be weird.
Well, so I said
LeBron, we're all
was the
same
first one
age,
for me.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
And
being my freshman year of college, watching his debut, being like, I'm in a dorm room.
Like-
he should be in a dorm room, and he's on TV
Like,
playing ball.
I'm trying to think of
That
like
fucked me up.
Like when like Dak Prescott retires, I'm gonna be like, what? Like I remember him
His
when I was
entire
29,
yeah.
and then he retired when I was like 40.
I also don't think of it like athletes are because they just are. They're going to be more successful because they're naturally much more athletic than I can ever be. It's much more. It pisses me off when somebody else is in a different industry and they're better than me. Like Billie Eilish, when I found out she was 17 when she was writing some of those songs, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh, you got mad?
Yeah. I was like, "How dare she?"
So what about like Millie Bobby Brown? You hate her?
That's Drake's girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh.
Yo, that's that's
What?
Yikes.
What?
Yikes.
Is that a yikes?
Yeah.
What about that global warming chick? Is she an adult?
No.
See, I think I heard. I know, but it's
No,
like you're,
she's an adult.
but like you're at the UN and shit. You're more of an adult than I am.
Yes, correct.
That's what I'm
Correct.
saying. Age is a social construct.
That's true.
I think you become an adult when you start to like get a grasp on like taxes and how much they suck.
I think you're an adult whenever you check the weather.
Ooh, no, that's giving too much credit. 'Cause I'll check the weather every now and then, and I'm not an adult.
I'm trying to think what else is.
To
like
be honest,
the official adult thing. Weather's up
I
there.
will actually say, I've done this so many times. Like when you're young, you're like, you're not an adult till you get a job, and then you get a job, you're like, you're not an adult till you get married.
Right.
I really do think there is a delineation between kids and no kids.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's adult or not adult, but it's just like you don't know
yes.
responsibility,
Yes,
and you don't know
we were talking about
shitty
that
life
today
until
on-
the
Yeah.
kids come.
Big
That
Cat
doesn't-
came on Podfathers. Kevin
Yes.
was on there
Yes.
this
Yeah.
week, and Big Cat's on next
That
week.
I totally agree with that. Like I was making the analogy that like your whole life you're the star of your movie, and then the star shows up one day, and you're like, oh, it's not me anymore.
This is clearly not a Dave rundown, because you could imagine if we were having this discussion with Dave.
No, he would be like, what are
shut
you
the
talking
fuck
about?
up. I'm going to
Kids
murder
suck."
your kids.
He hates kids.
Also,
Last-
I want to give a shout out to Sprinkle Dinkles on my sock.
Shout out
my
Sprinkle
cat.
Dinkles.
Yeah.
That's your cat?
Yeah.
Literally, that's our actual cat?
Uh-huh. Cat socks.
It's a good idea.
Yep.
Last topic, Eli Manning retiring. Tommy, you gonna cry?
Yeah, I mean, I won't cry, but, well, maybe.
Did he earn his pin shirt?
You just
Well,
did
I
the
saw it
kombucha
coming.
girl right
Yeah,
It's
I
not like
did.
it was random. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this was his last year.
Well,
he had his last game.
everyone knew this was coming, but I will say I was kind of surprised by the immediate Hall of Fame debate. I mean, like
That's been going on, though, for, I feel like, the past 5 years.
no, I know, but for someone to be like, I'm retiring, and then like the next minute
Yeah, I
we're
think we
debating
should
his
just
Hall of Fame
appreciate him
candidacy.
for a little bit.
Yeah, well, just let it breathe.
But, yeah, I mean, that's going to be a raging.
He should have done it last year. You can't. I mean, that career to have 2 Super Bowls, to be the captain for 14 years, and then have to sit on the bench for your entire
And he would have
last
had a
year.
streak, right? He would have never missed a game.
No, that was, he got benched for
Geno.
Geno Smith.
That
Right,
McAdoo.
right,
few
right,
years,
right. That was when he
2017.
he should have retired then.
Giants
Yeah.
didn't do him classy at all.
Huh?
They didn't do him classy.
No, the
at
Giants have become the Jets. Like they fuck everything up. Like they are not the. When
they
the
used-
Giants
they used
fucked
to
up
talk about it
Coughlin,
all the
it was
time.
like that's when I knew that the organization was in disarray. Because if that was the one guy you should have treated right, and they didn't fucked that up. They
Yep.
fucked Eli up.
all. You used
Do
to
you
say
agree with
the
all this?
Giants and the Patriots were like the preempt.
I think that benching him for Geno was fucked up. This year, benching him for Daniel Jones, I think made sense.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the real problem for McAdoo was that it was Geno. It was a
Right.
Jets reject. If it was anybody else,
If it was a young quarter like this year, if it was a
Yes.
Daniel Jones, like
Made
let's see what
sense.
we got. But to do it like it felt like it was just to like stick it to Eli.
Right.
Like Geno Smith obviously wasn't the
right.
quarterback.
Well,
of the
I think
future.
McAdoo wanted Mahomes. He was the one who was like, he wanted to move on. Like we're just done with
Right.
this.
Oh,
and in
imagine
hindsight,
if
he
you
really
had
wasn't
Mahomes.
wrong. But
it's all right.
You guys pass on Mahomes?
No, but there were rumors that the Giants were thinking about trading up to get him.
Why don't we ever talk about the other teams that passed on Mahomes?
Well, they didn't pass on him.
Yeah, but like there was a lot of teams that passed on Mahomes.
Yeah.
49ers did.
I think he was drafted number 11, right?
Jets did.
10. No, Deshaun was 10. I think
He was 12. Mahomes.
Jets did?
I mean, yeah. I mean, anybody who had a high pick that year.
The fuck?
Jamal Adams.
Why don't you get shit for that?
Jamal Adams.
My beloved Jaguars did.
Yeah, that was the Jamal Adams. Yeah.
Why is it always
Well, you know, your quarterback is.
fine? Football young.
I think the
He
Jets
hasn't
probably
played a
would.
lot
I
of
think the
football.
Jets would be getting a lot more shit, except that Darnold looked like a lot of promise. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna start.
You got everybody who passed. is
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna
get
start. Yeah, this is
Watchdog
not
Big
fair.
Cat over here.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anybody here who wouldn't say Eli's a Hall of Famer?
No.
He's a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if first ballot.
I mean, I don't know exactly how the football, like if they take it as serious. He's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's gonna be first ballot because he's a Manning.
The big
Yeah,
knock is
first
like
family in
his,
football.
you know, his record was what? Did he finish at 500?
500.
Finished
He's
117
never.
and 117.
My
So-
big thing
But
with
he's
Eli,
like top 10 in passing.
Yeah, but my big
Super
thing with
Bowl,
Eli is there was
Super Bowls,
never
whatever.
there was
It's
never a
I mean,
moment
it's
in
not
time.
even. I don't even know how it's a
Debate.
debate.
Well, there was never a moment in time where Eli Manning was,
Was
a
top
top
five.
3.
Yes,
or
there
top
was.
5.
2011, he was
No, he
like the
wasn't.
best quarterback
No,
in
he
football.
wasn't.
Yes, he was.
2011.
2011, he had like 6 or 7 game-winning drives.
2011.
People think, oh, the defense carried them
Well,
that
there was
year.
one
That's
year
not
where
true.
like everybody threw for 5,000 yards. Like every quarterback in the league
2011.
threw for like
I
5,500.
went through this when he first was like gonna maybe retire.
I mean, I don't know what
He was
stat
definitely
you're gonna
not
use
the
here,
best.
but the eye test, he was the
Oh,
top
the
3
eye
quarterback
test.
in football that year.
Just like
also,
Jeter.
his numbers were very good that year.
In 2011, he threw 29 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. Matt Stafford threw 41. Drew Brees threw 46. Tom Brady threw 39.
Not
There's more
great,
to the
Tommy.
game than
Not great.
touchdowns.
That's tough to argue.
So yeah.
So that was the thing. He never had a standout moment
in
where it was like, you're
2011, he
number
was
one.
6 in touchdowns. He was
I'll tell you what's happening. Jack. I'll
8
tell
in
you what's happening.
interceptions.
You know why it's a debate right now? He retired right around the Baseball Hall of Fame announcement, and I
Tommy,
think
he wasn't
if
even-
you judged Eli
had
by
a great
Baseball
year
Hall
in
of Fame
2011.
standards, he wouldn't get in.
He won. See how many
I don't
game-winning
know. I
drives
mean,
he had? Like 7
big
game-winning
market
drives.
does play a part. Like he was a big market guy. He's a Manning,
He had
top
6.
10 in multiple stats, like touchdowns and yards, like
No,
57,000 yards.
I'm with you on all of it, but I'm saying
I'm not
usually
saying
for
he's not a
baseball,
Hall of Famer. I'm just saying usually when you think Hall of Fame, you can think like, okay, there was a moment in time
Especially
where
he was the
was
best.
no doubt a top 3 quarterback, and I don't think that happened.
With as many postseasons that they missed and like deep playoff runs that they missed, only being a Pro Bowler 4 times.
Who?
Eli is surprising.
He.
Like that's not
The
very
one thing
many.
with Eli
in a
is that
14
I actually
that's
love
not very
Eli.
well,
many.
that's the knock against them.
Yeah.
I mean, and Giants fans will tell you like their organization has been in disarray for a long chunk of the O-line was terrible for many years.
You should have to be
There
a
was
first or second team All-Pro at some point in your career to be a
Right.
Hall of Famer.
I think you're talking
but
yourself
I
out
do-
of this, Chaps.
I do
I might
love.
be.
I do love Eli's career in that like, I love the guy who is not exceptional but then has the exceptional runs. Like that's always fascinating.
He also, I don't think you can say like was he the most talented? No, but like that dude clearly worked, never missed.
Oh yeah,
like,
tough as fuck. Like I
clutch.
mean, he started so many games in a row.
Well,
He
he was
self-sacked
clutch, you know,
himself.
in moments, but
Smart. He was.
Smart.
Yeah.
Took negative.
Any other
Can't tell
Manning
the
face.
story of football without Eli Manning.
Yeah, I mean
end of
that's
the day.
That's your favorite line to use.
yeah, that's the big like.
What
How do
was
I
it?
get
You
my
can't
my
tell the
player
story
into the
of
Hall of Fame, even
football
though he kind of stinks?
Without Eli Manning.
That- I mean,
Because
that
he
is
beat
true.
the Patriots.
Yeah, but
That
here's the
is
thing:
true.
like the Hall of Fame tells all sorts of stories that you don't have to be enshrined in the Hall of Fame.
Right. They probably have the David Tyree. They probably have David Tyree's
whatever.
helmet.
David Tyree's in the Hall of Fame. Just not a Hall of
Let
Famer.
that line simmer out there.
Let it simmer. Did he earn his pinstripes?
I mean, he could. If there was an equivalent,
Actually, answer it. See, that's why I love it.
Like he
I love
actually
it.
was like, well, let me see.
Yeah.
If the Giants
There was a
pinstripes,
moment where I thought he was going to be like,
Giant
fuck
stripes.
you, big cat.
If there was an
and he
equivalent,
actually
yeah.
started to think about it.
Anything
Yes,
for a
he
post
earned his
show here?
pinstripes.
if there was an equivalent, yeah, you earned his pinstripes.
Chaps, you gonna pee?
He earned his blue.
Don't,
Get
dude.
your pants. Come
I
on.
almost threw
Come
up
on.
at one
Like,
point.
it'll
I
be-
did a couple burps,
It'll
which I
be
know
a
is
great.
gross
You know
on
what?
the mic.
No, but honestly, for real, for the after show, you have to chug one more time. And I'm not really.
No,
I'm
I
not
can't-
kidding.
I'm
No,
not
no,
doing
no.
that.
For the after show, you got to keep your mic on and let it run while you pee.
Chug.
Give
Come
the
on,
people what they
I'm
want.
not
Come
doing
on, one
it
more time,
again.
Chaps.
I got other stuff to do today. I'm not
What?
doing it.
It's gonna take 30 more
do
seconds.
you
But
have
for
to
you,
do
like
then?
3 or 4 more minutes. But
Well, I'm gonna read roast with you.
Yeah.
Riggs asked me to come on Barstool Radio.
Okay.
I got my show.
Okay.
In the time that you've explained this, you could have chugged her again.
I'm not drinking that water.
Come on, pussy.
I don't.
Come on, pussy. Give me the water.
Tip him back.
Come on.
No, I'm not doing it.
Tip him back.
I'm not doing it.
Chaps.
I don't want it,
Chaps,
Dan.
dude.
You're gonna
do it
spill
for
it
the
on
Marines,
me. No
okay?
way. No way. I've sacrificed enough.
Un-American bastard.